Hello everyone and welcome to my goals, I guess, from this point forward. I'm not going to wait until 2025 for this. I'm going to start today. As of filming this, it is November 6th. Yes, I did finally dye my hair red. I did it myself here at home. I am happy with how it turned out. I have always wanted to have hair this red. I remember wanting it when I first saw Ariel from The Little Mermaid, the original Disney's movie. Loved that vibrant red of her hair. And then a couple years later when I saw... Now my favorite villain from Batman is Catwoman because, hello, cats. But I really liked Poison Ivy because of the vibrant red hair and the fact that she could really do well with plants. That's all I gathered from that point. But it was her hair that stuck out to me. So those two characters have always made it so I wish I could have vibrant red hair like this. And I finally did it. It's not perfect. I've got like there's this spot in the back here that's not a lot of color got onto. Like you can see the bleached part. And then there's a dark one over here where the bleach didn't even take. So, but for doing it my first time at home with an at-home dye kit, I used Arctic Fox, which is vegan and cruelty-free, and it actually smelled pretty good. So it didn't smell chemically, which I am glad for. So I will continue to do this. I'm waiting for the colors to arrive. I did buy another one of this red, and I actually bought green. So my plan is the first chance I get in December, I'm going to change it up so it will be red and green for Christmas. So yeah, I'm excited. Now, and I'm thinking for January, I'm already thinking what do I want to do. I definitely want to do like a rich blue, but then have maybe like if there's a silver or a white color, have that. So anyway, that's my thought for January. So we're not here for that. Just thought I'd get that out of the way. Now, my goal moving forward, starting today, is with book buying. As far as what type of videos I'm going to upload, I'm still going to continue to do those. My goal is every day. I do enjoy having a video released every day because not everyone likes every type of video. Some people don't like hauls. Some people only want book reviews. Some people, so I want them out for whatever types you do. Now, I'm not going to do a video I absolutely don't like. Unless I happen to, like for example, I don't really like watching book unhauls. That's just not my favorite thing. When I read, if I don't like the book, I'm going to unhaul it right away. I'm not going to save it and have it taking up space in my house. If it's not something I'm going to like or read again, it's leaving immediately. That way I can get a book sooner rather than later that I like, and I have the space to put that book there. So that will continue. I am not planning on vlogs. I just don't particularly like filming vlogs. I love to watch booktubers do vlogs. I love to watch them. But I don't like to film them. So not planning on that. I will continue to do my TBR games. I did put in, and I had one person comment that she would like a viewer prompt. Because I did ask if you guys would like a viewer prompt from my TBR games, that I can start doing that in 2025. For those of you who would like, I can either do one viewer prompt, 2 viewer prompts, or I can do a whole round, just do 5 rolls type of a thing. But let me know what you guys would prefer if you would like any of that. And I may just go ahead and do like a separate, like a viewer prompt video, or unless you guys only want one prompt, then I'll just tack it onto a BookTube TBR game. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts on that. Now, my goal from this point and throughout all of 2025, it's one goal, and that is regarding book buying. I love to buy books. Now, I pay my mom $70 a month in rent. No, a check in rent, so $140 a month. And she does not want more than that. It used to be $100 a month, but when we upgraded our phones, and then I had to upgrade my watch because my other one, I was lucky if the charge lasted a little over half a day. So I upgraded my watch, and then that increased the bill, and so I'm like, I'm paying an additional $20 at least, so which covers my portion of the phone bill. So she's finally good with that. I do need to pay some debt off. And I'm not going to stop buying books. Books just bring me so much joy, and having those come in, I just love it. So my goal, I have a sticky note that says books read. Okay. I'm going to do tallies on these. So I also need to build my savings up because I only have like $100 in my savings account, which is not good. So that's going to be a part 2 to this little goal. So my goal for this, moving forward with book hauls, I will continue to do book subscriptions like Romance Reveal Book Box. I actually re-signed up for Book of the Month, and because that was like $10. So those are the 2 that I'm doing, and I will continue to keep an eye out on like the Read and Peace, Twisted Desires, probably Smut. If they do a special edition that's not part of their monthly subscription, I will see and consider doing those when they release those, like a blind date with a book type of a thing. So I will continue to do those because those don't happen all that often. And sometimes if I'm not quick enough, then they're already sold out. So I do have a wish list, but I use that wish list. I like to peruse other people's wish lists to see what books are on their radar that they don't have possession of yet, so that they're not talking about those books yet. So then it gives me an idea of, ooh, that book sounds really good, and then it's on my radar. That's what I like the wish list for. I don't ever, expect anything. Now, I do have a wish list so that if you're like me and like to just peruse and see what people are interested in reading, it's there. That's the purpose of that, okay? That's the only thing I have that there for. Is just for you to peruse and see what all is on my radar. Now, I will continue to add books to my wish list of books that I want that are either the first in a series or standalones, etc. What I am going to do, like for this sticky note, is once I reach 30 tallies, so I have to read 30 physical books, and then I can go and do some book shopping. Now, there is a cap on that. I am only allowed between 10 to 15 books. So I am reading more than will be purchasing myself outside of subscription boxes. And the goal is, again, to just kind of rein in my TBR a little bit more. So I absolutely loved, now the video will have come out before this video, I did a Marissa's Book Shop, which is an independent bookstore here it's actually in Mill Creek, Utah, is this actual city that it's in. So Salt Lake City, but it's in Mill Creek. I absolutely love that, and I want to go back and support that small independent bookshop some more. I just need to control how much I'm purchasing. So my goal is to read 30 physical books, and then once I have reached 30 tallies, then I can plan a day with my mom because she wants to go back too. And then the 2 of us will go and have breakfast, or we'll go and do lunch, whichever we are feeling like on one of my days off from work. We'll make a day of it. We'll go, and it's only like not even 30 minutes away, depending on traffic and construction. We'll have breakfast, or we'll have lunch, and then, or we'll do Maria's bookshop and then have lunch type of a situation. But either way, once I've read 30 physical books, we'll plan a day to go to Marissa's bookshop, and then I can buy. My goal is to stick as close to 10 books as possible. But I gave myself a little 5-book buffer there so that as I'm walking out, if there's a special edition book, I see that it's like, then I don't have to swap it out for another book. So 10 to 15, absolutely no more than 15 books. But goal is to hit 10 and hopefully not go much, maybe 1 or 2 over, if that. That's the goal, but I wanted to give myself a little buffer. So 10 books, that gives me time to save money, and so I can go in with cash and not charge it, and just really enjoy shopping for the books. So I have to read 30 books, and then I can go to Marissa's bookshop. If for whatever reason Marissa's were to end up closing, which hopefully that never ever ever happens, never, then we would do the same thing with Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble is more of like we can go at any time because it's like less than a 5-minute drive from my house. So if I read the 30 and weather is really bad and it's safer to get to Barnes & Noble than Marissa's, then we would do Barnes & Noble in that particular situation as well. So again, my goal is to read 30 physical books. I am starting today, so as of right now, I am currently reading the second book in the Sinner's Sideshow duology by Aidan Pierce. I'm only like 3 chapters in to the second book in this. So once I finish this one will be my first tally. And then I only need 29 more books to go before I can go book shopping. So there will still be books coming into the house. Like I said, I am not stopping book subscription services, or if there's a special edition box that I really want that something like Read in Peace is going to do, I've given myself permission to buy those. The other exceptions to the book buying is, one, I am working on collecting all of the books by R.L. Stine. I have all of the original Fear Street, and I think I have all of the Super Chillers, but I am working on those. I am working on like the Fear Street and the non-Fear Street, and then I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and try to collect the Goosebumps books. So I'm allowing myself to buy 1 or 2 a paycheck, because generally those are $15 or less. So if it's less, if they're like $8, then I'll let myself buy 2. But if it's $15, then it's only 1. So I'm just paying attention to the price on that. So I will let myself buy 1 or 2 R.L. Stine books a paycheck. So like today is payday, so I will look to see. Now I am expecting the book Dangerous Girls, which is not part of the Fear Street world. It's a vampire duology. I'm expecting the first book in that duology within the next week and a half. And then, so I'm going to look on more of the Fear Street books. Anyway, the other exception is that I will allow myself to buy something that's part of a series. So for example, let me grab a book. So this one I have read. So The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Now, honestly, I already have this whole trilogy, but pretend I didn't, okay? If I have read this one and really liked it and want to continue on with the series, then I allow myself to buy the next 1 book in the series. So in this case, where it's a trilogy, I would allow myself to buy book number 2 after I have read the first book. And I cannot buy the 3rd book until I have read the 2nd book. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So that is my plan. So I can buy the next book in a series continuation. I can work on collecting the R.L. Stine books, 1 or 2 a paycheck depending on the cost. And I am allowing the subscription boxes to come in. And that is it. So outside of that, I have to read 30 physical books before I can actually go to Marissa's or Barnes & Noble, if that's the only option at the time. But preferably Marissa's, to an independent bookstore. So I can go there and have fun and just buy between 10 to 15 books. And then it's back to no buying the books unless it's a series continuation, an R.L. Stine book, or book subscription ones. So that is my plan. That is my goal from this point forward. I'm not going to wait until 2025. I am starting now for this. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah. And then once I've collected, it's going to take me a long time because R.L. Stine has a lot of books out. But once I'm done collecting all of the R.L. Stine books, I'll probably move on to another author like Lois Duncan and work on collecting all of her books. As far as like the adult thriller one, or not the adult, the young adult ones. Like, I think I have Third Eye, Daughters of Eve, Killing Mr. Griffin I do have, but there's a bunch in that type of genre that she wrote that I want, that I don't have yet. So I would like to collect those. Maybe I move on to like Christopher Pike, or I find another author where I can allow myself to buy one of that author's work to collect the works. So, for example, if I want to collect Stephen King, I can let myself buy one a check for him, because I know that those ones are going to be $20 to $30. So, but right now I don't need to worry about that because I'm working on R.L. Stine first. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, so if you have any thoughts, definitely let me know. And I just hope you guys are doing well. So talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.